Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. So, we got the Doki Doki Purist mod going. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've seen the me play this or play Doki Doki with a couple friends, sorry that hasn't been continued. It was like kind of like a spur of the moment type thing that we decided to do, and I just recorded that and posted it. So it turns out it's a lot more difficult to get it to for us to get a second part in when we did kind of force Flap to play it the first time, but yeah. All right, with that out of the way, uh, it's I've already played all of Doki Doki before, but I have not played the Purist mod. So I am really looking forward to this, and I'm going to try my best to do voices for all the characters. I suck at voices, so hopefully it's okay. Let's see how this goes. All right, new game. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighborhood and good friend since we were children. A neighbor. No, my bad. You know, the kind of friend that you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? Yeah. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. What, make a game of tag out of it? However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say like that. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Jennifer. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cautiously together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Oh, by the way, Jennifer, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't even really been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively just go along with whatever she's going on about. Damn. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content at just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I feel that. I mean, I fucking love anime, and I love playing games. Hence why I'm doing this, so I can play more games. Uh-huh. Or, uh-huh, yeah, I said it right. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look for a few clubs if it makes you happy. Or add a few clubs. Fuck, I can't read either. Oh, this is gonna suck. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little bit? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Oh, why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sarah wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the class. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, then you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she did it just because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Ooh. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less than hers. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned this all out. Pretty sure she was just cunning. With the touch of the airhead, because that's how this stuff works. It's like, you gotta be cunning, but at the same time, you have to have the airhead effect, I guess, for the luck of it to work out. I let out a long sigh. That could have been longer. Anyways. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Hell yeah. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the room and upstairs. A section of the class, or out of the school, I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year class activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, a new member is here! I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Jennifer, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. Jeez, I can't read. It's probably gonna be bad by the end of this. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jennifer. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, just perfect. Basically completely out of my league. Yeah. Generally people like this wouldn't even be talking to me. So, yeah. Let alone, like, smiling at me. So having her smile so genuinely, it feels a little, off-putting. But weird. But nice, You too, Monica. Come sit down, Jennifer. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. I wonder if we could actually choose who we sit by this time. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Ah, damn it. I wanted to sit next to Monica. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Oh, whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I always like to imagine when that happens, she just reacts to the tinfoil at first because she reacts, then she takes off the foil. So, I don't know. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. Ooh. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, I'm already forgetting how the hell I did her voice. Fucking hell. This is good. This is gonna be a shit show. Hopefully it's entertaining, though. Just hurry and take one. Say grabs one first, then Monica, and then I. It's delicious. Sari talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Ooh. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Well, I'll finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is pretty good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you talking to me like that? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? You tsundere, bitch! Made them for you or anything. Eh? I thought you technically did, so you already said... Well, maybe. But not for... You know, you fucking dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. He returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea... it's me. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider joining the literature club? I was kind of afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Fuck, this is gonna kill my throat too. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everybody. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't really stand the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and the publicity and how to, like, prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Vodka really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard starting a new club. You could put it that way. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Huh. Kind of feels like how it is starting streaming and shit. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. I keep fucking up her voice. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Jennifer, what kind of things do you like to read? Well... Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on and on and on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid, timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I get that. I feel that. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to on the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Oh, that's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Look like you're working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Fuck. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Monica? Or Yuri? Fuck. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them. We'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other. and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jennifer? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Fucking hell, I still can't read. Hold on, there's still, one problem. Yeah, what's that? Now that we're back at to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I would never said I had joined this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. How could you do that? Make them sad. But I'm sorry, I thought. Jennifer, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is. If writing poems is the price to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sari wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Ooh. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over me once more. Jennifer, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Jesus hell. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Jennifer, since we're already here, do you want to maybe walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole day my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be able to be happy spending every day of school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Bet, let's go. Show my batteries real fast. It's time to write a poem. Pick the words you find in the club, names you like. Alright. Ah, damn, I was hoping that there would be fucking Monica has a chance now. Guess not. Okay, then who do we go for? I'm not really a fan of tsunderes. Well, okay, they're like a hit or miss for me, so Natsuki's one is a miss for me. So I'll probably save her for like last of my playthroughs. Let's see. Sayori, probably. And then Yuri, the smart girl, reads. I like her voice. Her voice is relatively easy to do. But I'm gonna try to go for Sayori. Ah, fuck. Already starting off down. Fuck! I know that's her. Vacation? Ah, okay, let's go. That was like the only Sayori word there. Daydream? Let's go. Promise? Let's go. Let's go. No, damn it. Okay, that was good. Special? Let's go. Let's go. Doing good. Childhood. Let's go. A. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Sadness. Hey, let's go. We did pretty good on that. Hi again, Jennifer. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. God, it's hard to do a laugh like that with fucking cough. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jennifer. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into the literature club, or literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sarah told me that you didn't even want to join this club this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for somebody who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Oh, wait. Yeah. Jennifer always gives it her best as long as she's having fun. She helps me with busy work without even me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set fire to your house once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jennifer can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh. Yuri even brought you something today. You know. Wait, Sayori. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So a nice gesture from you is going to be a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Or make it that big a deal. Jeez. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I might like? Despite me not reading much? Yay! Thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. God, fuck off. Fucking phone. Sayori and Monica are just having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down on into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna have to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everybody. Something that speaks to their creative mind. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. The fuck? Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. I kinda am too. Fucking hell. 45 minutes on? God, this feels like it takes so much longer when you're just playing by yourself. Hold up. Let me try something. And nah. I was thinking about hitting somebody up, or some people up for, see if they wanted to do voices instead, because my throat is gonna be dead. Alright. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make things come to life. Or make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. God damn. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Fuck. Oh, what? I open up my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does that school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica's overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over the place. Ah. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Fuck. I forgot how weird this guy can be. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. It won't fall for... I won't fall for... I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? I mean, there's other reasons. But yeah, no, go with that if you want. Honestly, I like her unbuttoned blazer. It's cute. Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start and button up her blazer from the bottom. Oh my god, my guy. Why? No. Just no. I should have gone somebody else's route. He would have been less weird. I used to associate myself with them. But not anymore. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Yeah, that face says it all. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. I was too. Eh? Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. What? You're doing that one. My guy. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it up, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs are getting bigger again. Don't say that so loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Whew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms around and twirls around. Puts her arms out and twirls around. Jesus. Fuck. God damn. So if you keep it... Fuck. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying like that's a good thing? Because... if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would, anyway. Well. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier, right? Only if you focus on staying or going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. Huh. So maybe you should come and wake me up this morning. Or come wake me up in the morning. Hell yeah. You're doing it again, Sayori. Ah, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell you with you sometimes. Not really, you're just a dumbass. Okay, everyone! Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! God, I feel like I put their voices way too similar to each other. I don't know. Again, I fucking suck with voices. Jennifer, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. Apparently I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to, share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook, and on the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. And I do the same myself. Alright, who we gonna do first? Oh. Here, hold up. There we go. I hope that's better. Turn off my color filters. My colorblind ass. Alright. Whom should I show my poem to first? I guess let's go down from top to bottom. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Jennifer! Huh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Fuck. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like this just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. But I think I understand you a lot better than a lot of other people. You know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Jennifer poem. And that makes me feel extra special. Ah! Just Monica 91865 is followed. Nice. I've already played the base Doki Doki. This is the supposed to be the purist mod. So I agree with the sentiment of just Monica. But currently she's not on the route. So yeah. That scared the fuck out of me. Here, hold up. Alright. Refresh something real fast. Okay. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. God damn, I can't read. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing right in front of you in the club? Okay. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise, you know? See? It's like I said before, Jennifer. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people will do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm gonna hold you that. Alright. Fuck, I can't fucking read. Yay! God, my fucking throat. It's only been an hour, but it's fucking dead. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me get out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I guess right now it'd be brunch. Because I'm hungry. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question, you know. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. I mean, it came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? Hey, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Alright, who next? I guess I said I'd go down the line, so Natsuki, you're up. Well, that's not what I expected from somebody like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. So, basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why were you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like on this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it myself. Yeah, I understand that. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of that last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I really don't care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'm beginning to think, because I don't know, because I was supposed to have loaded game when, because it's the purist mod. This still very much feels like it's just the base game. I'm not sure if it kicks in later or what. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up real fast. Because this is, like, I don't know. Hold on. Where? Uh... I'm not seeing anything that says I needed to load the game. Hold on. I want to try something. Hold up. I'm gonna save right here. Hold up. Not that. Because, yeah, it still says purist mods, so... I don't know. I'm gonna just go with it. See, like, I don't know. Alright. Yuri, you're next. Yuri stares at my poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. Probably because of fucking me being a dumbass and doing a couple minutes figuring out if I even did this right. I don't know. We'll find out later on, probably. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think that's the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Only if my stammering was gone. Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club can give you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well... Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminates beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jennifer. Really? I must have totally missed the point then. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But to remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Jeez. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Fuck. Aight. Let's go. Monica time. The best girl. Well, they're all pretty good girls, but you know. Hello, Jennifer. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled into it, you know? Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jennifer. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Hello? Thought I heard somebody knock on my door. Oh well. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's some other, or maybe are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either. I'm sure you'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel that's me talking. It could be a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'll love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kinds of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or not. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's just because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in Wall. It's been a while since I've seen that show. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put this. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard, or if you... God damn! If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you feel your pen is in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, cool. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way any of my poems stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Oop, hang up. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing... I didn't catch that. I clicked too fast. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say that it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jennifer did too. And based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Jennifer liked my poem too, you know. He even told me that she was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jennifer appreciates my advice more than she appreciated yours. Huh. And how do you think she didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jennifer started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... How the fuck am I gonna do both voices at once? This doesn't involve you. I don't know. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Jennifer. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could just get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jennifer. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jennifer? Well? How the hell did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not gonna know anything about writing. That's real fun to do. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's gonna be... sorry, but I'm on the Sayori routes. That, and... Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I have in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah! Everyone is fighting is making Sayori feel uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Jennifer. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into their conflict. Or our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki! Yuri! You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also... Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Not experience, what the fuck? I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, but I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see herself get hurt. Or her get herself hurt. I said that backwards. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Phone stop. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Hi, Jennifer. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Jennifer! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. God, it's heating up in my room. Fucking hell. Yesterday goes from fucking freezing to like fucking... What is it outside? It's 7 degrees, that's why. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them or anything, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Jennifer, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat her on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah, let's do this. Alright. Focus. There you go. Ha, insight. No, I feel like that's Natsuki. Calm? Let's go. Lucky? Special. Yep. God, this music fucking slaps. I love it. Music? Heart. Let's go. No, I think Daydream ended up being somebody else. Bed. That's where I'm trying to get her. Hey! Rather into mine or hers? Cheer? Let's go. Hey. Okay, I've got to turn off the fucking music. It's fucking good. I fucking love it so much. Peaceful. Let's go. Childhood. Sweet. Hurt. No! I got 19 out of 20. Fuck! Oh! Damn it! I fucked up. I went too quickly on the lap. God damn it. Fucking hell. Alright. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with how comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Jennifer! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Fucking same. I'm thinking about ordering something. But I don't know. Will he come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? Fuck. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair! How did you even know? It's simple, really. If he had enough money in the first place, he would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book, like as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Jennifer to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun. It's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad. Now I have to accept the revolution. Viva la revolution! Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me a little more credit than that. Could have been cupcakes and tea. But you know. Flop! Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... Eh? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give you that, or give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Nanatsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I feel my tongue. You're going a lot through over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why did I give you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. So he gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Ooh. Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety. I love how they keep fucking saying trots. God, I'm getting fucking lightheaded from all this talking. What the fuck? Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monica's not in the classroom. Ugh. Where's Monica anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Oh. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. Or, fuck, that was me. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances over at me. Fuck. I apologize for all the fucking coughing. But Jesus. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. And to be honest, I kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have at least heard the bell ring. Or heard the bell ring, at least. Whatever. I must have not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks over at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Jennifer. Monica smiles sweetly. Oh, yes. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Nah, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Sorry, just getting comfy. Alright. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already gotten settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. Jennifer! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up, right? Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crowns and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Ah, are you going with Jennifer to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. God, I can't fucking talk. Or read. See if you can find any poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Jennifer? Yeah, let's go. Sayori and I exit the room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. It's pretty good, though. To be able to do that, I wish I could. Hey, Sayori. What exactly are we doing for the festival, anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Amanka have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. Performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take their turn on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah. That sounds kinda dull. Jennifer, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like when you say the lines of the poem, like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned the joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Eh, you meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know? I know. I just meant that it's pretty, like, unordinary a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited! The festival is going to be so much fun! Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, Jennifer, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission? Alright. It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But at the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see, what do we have in here? Crowns! Sayori pulls the box of crowns off the shelf. They're the best brand, too! They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crowns out of the box, reading the color names. Is she colorblind like I am? Because that's interesting. I never caught that before. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Oh, that's what shoot. Okay. Fine. Now at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Smack. Yeah! Can my phone stop going off? Jesus. Just like fucking notification. Okay. I'm gonna put you on do not disturb. Don't like getting fucking emails. They're annoying. Sarah bends over and smacks your forehead right into the shelf. Oh, that fucking... Ugh. I did that at fucking work yesterday. God, fuck, it hurts. Well, I'm sure it would hurt like on a wooden shelf or something like that too, but like I hit my head on like a fucking metal shelf. Fuck, it hurt. She falls onto the floor, and the crowns spill all over her lap. Ow, 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 ow! You okay? My forehead! Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull up. Ah. Earbuds. Pull her up out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts! Just do it for a second. Nice thighs. Hell yeah. How do I... Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. Ah, that's how you do it. Right click. Yeah. Only a 24 pack? Phooey. But yes, them thighs. I'd like to be right here. I gently brushed the bangs to her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark at the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Jennifer? Where would I even find ice around... fuck. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with like looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Oh, okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I'd purchase that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. Oh, I love this track. Just listen to it for a second. I just love the music in this game. So, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fucking music in this game? I love it so much. It's like relaxing, but like just good. I don't know. I just love it. I may love my heavy metal and shit, but like I love a lot of different music, so it's like, you know, it's pretty good. Anyways, back to the game. Hold on, let me take a drink. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crowns back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand her the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. What are you doing? It's for your forehead, you dumbass. Ah. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crowns, so that's good. Hey, Jennifer? This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Oh, what do you mean?
You know how we used to play outside all the time? I'd always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you'd rush over as quick as you could. You would really try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and you were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it wasn't really your fault at all, you know?
Did I really do that?
Yeah, you don't remember?
I mean, come to think of it, maybe I do, like, remember it a bit.
I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Ah. Jennifer. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You really are a sweetheart.
Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess this is what happens when you've been friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right. Jennifer, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up, like for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises, but, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way.
Not if I hide it underneath my bangs.
Sayori hops to her feet.
Ah!
She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Oof. Well, I guess it's not. I guess it's too late now. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room.
Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing your poems.
Sayori, your forehead. She's fine. Don't worry about it.
I was playing with the crowds to smack my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed?
Uh-huh. I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself.
I forgot all the stuff.
Calm down, Sayori. I got it all right here. I found the poster paper, too.
Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Jennifer.
Well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori.
I made it an adventure.
Yeah, that.
Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight.
Me too.
Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems?
Guess I should grab mine.
After making sure the crown box is closed tightly, I return to my seat.
Do we go? Who do we go this time? Ah. Hmm. Hmm. Let's go. Here, give myself a break from voices.
Ah, is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Jennifer. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayori's, perhaps?
Well, I guess you could say that.
I thought so.
Is it because I got that 1 point for fucking Natsuki and fucked it all up instead of getting a 20 out of 20? I mean, we're still on Sayori's route, so it's good, but still.
I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything.
Yuri,
Huh?
I'm sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I'd probably just do a terrible job.
I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain into like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thank you for sharing.
I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? She nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, and the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. So, the knife is the symptom, the bread a hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. So the symptom of cutting the bread feeds the urge. I think we know what it all is. At least if you played this game. If you haven't, then, yeah. God. I love how well these fucking poems are written, too. Like, I'll go into it more, like, after we've gotten through them all, but... Good. I missed it. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more, metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault that I can't begin to imagine what this poem was about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotion through them. Yeah, if like I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Jennifer? Well, I guess I do. I feel that everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace our own weirdness, or my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Alright, who next? Natsuki. Let's go. Well, it's not any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Whew. Huh? Whew. What? Ah, well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait. Maybe that was a compliment? Aha! Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and you'll probably be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. Spiders are pretty cool. Unless if they're in your bedroom. Anyways. Fuck. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggling, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound. But she likes spiders. Oh, pounds to the rhythm of the words. Whoops, I completely skipped a line there. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross, the world is better off without spider lovers. Now I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with just much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Oof. Hiccup. Of course. It's not how everyone thinks my... that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone, and that makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well... I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there was anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Now she's got trouble finding words. Ooh. Trying to not be a hypocrite, I see. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate when people make fun of me or make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. I like conveying emotions. It's important. Or like conveying emotions. It's important. It is important. Fuck. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Alright, who next? We always save the best for last, so Sayori. Jennifer! I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one? I can't let you... I can't... You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean... You're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Ooh, ho 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 ho. What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. A head pat! Let's go!
Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Jennifer? Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Or... what is that snap for? I don't know. Ah! I broke... Oh! I broke my pencil! I forgot. Okay. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. Ooh. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyways, I still haven't read your poem. Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Gee, don't worry about it. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumbs and forefinger to pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. And my friend looks through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that bad? Or that much? I frantically pull them down from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out for each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. That's pretty good. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but... I mean, like, I didn't expect, like, something like this coming from you. Nautica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm just so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I can relate. I wonder if it's like one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Alright, the best for last.
Hi again, Jennifer. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going too badly. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. That's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like a dynamic duo.
That's kind of exaggerating it.
Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy, it's just...
I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I?
Ah, no, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
Nah, don't worry.
I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, blue, green. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I'd never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see.
It's so hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem could be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. What here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you find yourself facing a difficult decision, when that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Am I even talking about? That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That is a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've been designing some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that sounds great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought that you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Huh. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sarah's, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright! Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha! That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. Hiccups. Oh. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite a poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem that she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me.
Everyone else has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Haha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem's called... Yuri anxiously glances around at each of us. You can do it, Sayori. Fuck. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes at the start as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she finishes. Everyone's stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. Hi. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. You could say she trots. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or you're in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were able to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she liked my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Jennifer liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But I guess that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Hey, Ethan, what's up? Eh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Not so much? Well, good morning to you. This is Doki Doki, by the way, because the game I've been trying to get you to play for like forever. Although, I'm playing the purist mod, so the game is like this. I just don't know when the mod's gonna kick in. Like, I'm slightly confused about it because I had downloaded like the mod for like months ago when I wanted to play it. I just didn't ever get around to it, so it's just like, yeah, you'll play it eventually. We're looking for a final voice for so it was a couple of friends from the Insight. Yeah, there's a lot. We forcibly got Flap into playing it because he hadn't played it before. So me and a couple of friends like had made him play it, and we did the voices for him, and I recorded it. It's on my YouTube, but one, it's kind of hard to like keep scheduling because it was a spur of the moment thing, and it's kind of hard to like get it scheduled for again. But we do need a voice, I think for Natsuki. So it's either Natsuki or Yuri. Can't remember which one Galloway started with, but if you're down, hit me up. I mean, you'll miss probably like the first 2 hours, I think, of the game, at least of what we played. But I don't think you missed too much. I'm kind of forgetting where we had left off, but yeah. Yeah, just hit me up if you're interested. Anyways, back to the game. Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, maybe I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Jennifer. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let Jennifer lower everyone's standard a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki! It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of everyone, words. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your ability and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are y'all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. Dire full mirror? Yeah. What up? Not much, just streaming some Doki Doki. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Dyer? Alright, cool. What's up, Dyer? Well, I guess in that case, you don't have much time to worry about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have the idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem that's good enough to and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. I'll be working out really It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little bit nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Jennifer, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. You're watching? Cool. Are you enjoying the show? Are my terrible voices entertainment enough? I walk home with Sayori once more. That's good, that's good. Even though it's only been a few days, I have a lot of things already. Lots of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Very good. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words, as I do. So, let's just say one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Alright, since I got people here to decide. Oh no, you know what's happening? Same, yeah, I played Doki Doki. I'm just doing the purist mod. So, I'll let y'all decide. Do I walk home with Yuri, or do I walk home with Sayori? Currently, I have been doing the Sayori route for the most part. So, this is what I'm inclined to answer. Sayori? Cool. Sayori. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? But, she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I never see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Jennifer. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to. So Yuri, I've already made up my mind. I can't really figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never gonna happen anyways? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Sayori, best girl? Okay. Okay. All the girls are best girls, but I just Monica. You feel? You feel? Like, my thing is, I see too much. Okay. Monica and Sayori and Yuri are probably my three favorite girls. Natsuki, okay. Me with Tsunderes, they're hit or miss for me. Natsuki, she's kind of the miss side. I like her character. It's just, I don't like her. Like, yeah, it's a weird thing. But, anyways, on to getting our girl. So, I got 19 out of 20 last time because I fucked up the last word. But let's see. I got it this time. Let's get 20 out of 20 on this. Twirl would be, Natsuki. This fucking music slaps, by the way. I don't know how much people, like, praise this music, but I fucking love it. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh, Papa. Okay, this one's kind of... Daydream? Let's go. Laugh? Aha! Yeah, nah, I get you. Although even then, it's still pretty good. Ah! Oh, thank you for the follow. God, I need to turn that down somehow. Fuck. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's see. Ah, fuck! That was Gary. God damn it. That would be awesome if he could, because, like, I don't really fucking get it. Like, I don't even know how, like, my audio sounds right now. Like, I hope I'm, like, loud and... Not, like, loud, but, like, loud and, like, clear. But... Especially compared to, like, the, music and all that stuff, but... Chilling at school and watching this. For shame. I appreciate you watching, but for shame. Ah! Fuck! I did. That was the same word I fucked up last time, too. No! God damn it. Okay, we're back on. In study hall. Are you by chance playing piano in study hall? Wow, how dare you. Ooh. Adventure? Yeah, there we go. Just make sure you hear the bell, okay? Childhood. We got 18 out of 20. We did fucking worse than last time. But... Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in, too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. What's with that face? Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. 18 out of 20. Yeah. When I first played this game, I like got 20 out of 20 for whatever girl I was going for. Sayori is actually like the hardest one to go for though, because like the way it is like her words can sometimes be split into Natsuki and Yuri. Like their words are hella obvious of what they are, but and then like Sayori's like the combination between the two of them for what you can choose. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. Like you actually have to like understand her to be able to go for her, which I find really interesting. That like they intentionally make her route harder to get to. Like going into the game, like for your first time, it's hard to get her route, unless if like you're just fucking godly or something. Anyways, I can't wait for the festival. That's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. What was like when you said? I mean, the first time I watched it, it kind of like got me sad. Okay, so my experience with this game was I watched people play it for years because I couldn't play it myself. So, but even by the time I first played it, I had known basically everything that goes on in the game. Because I would basically rewatch annually of like a handful of like my favorite YouTubers like watch it or play it. So I already knew by the time I played it. But like when I first watched, I think it was either Jacksepticeye or Markiplier play it. I can't remember which one of them I watched first play it, but whenever they got to that section, it was something alright. Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part in the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound like a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Martha, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon Ika. Huh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Translator, Ika means squid in Japanese. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori? I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh. Ow, I hit my hand. Ow. Hit my fucking knuckle, that hurt. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming. Jeez, you worry so much. You're too much about me. Fucking hell. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Sayori sus. Vote her out. She's sus. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. Gotta go be on it a bit. I'm actually gonna like, end the stream here in a couple minutes. Been about, like, 3 hours. But then I'll be back for, 4 p.m. Central. And I'll be streaming until, 7 p.m. Central. Although, I'm not going to be playing Doki Doki. I'm going to be playing, Higurashi, the Nakukoro ni. I don't know if you know that or not, but, yeah. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Alright. Have a good day, Dyer. Stay safe. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Jennifer, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Jennifer. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her before. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm just saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Jennifer. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. Inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Jennifer. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ah. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up in front of a desk and walks over to the room where Sayori is. I watch her kneel down in front of Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save it here. And, yeah. So. Alright. Yeah. That'll be the end for my morning stream. You can, again, as I said earlier, I'll be on in probably about like 4 hours or so. I'm gonna stream for another 3. Although we're gonna be doing Higurashi no Nakukoro ni this time around. doing the visual novel. I've watched the anime, and I've wanted to play the visual novel since I found out it was adapted, so yeah. Thank you all for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.